Hello everyone, my name is Deepak Kumar Jha, Assistant Professor at Sadhya College of Pharmacy. Today we'll be discussing the topic prescriptions. In this, we'll cover reading and understanding of prescriptions, Latin terms commonly used, modern methods of prescribing, adoption of metric system. Prescription. Prescription is a written order from a registered medical practitioner or other properly licensed practitioners such as dentists to a pharmacist to compound and dispense a specific medication for the patient. The order is accompanied by directions for the pharmacist to prepare a specific type and quantity of preparation for a patient. The prescription also include the directions for the patient regarding the mode of administration of drugs which is dispensed for him. Prescription is a media through which treatment is provided for a patient by the combined skill and services of both pharmacist, physician, and the pharmacist. Prescriptions are generally written in English language, but Latin words or abbreviations are frequently used in order to save time. So it becomes necessary for pharmacists to become familiar with the common Latin terms and abbreviations used by the prescriber while. Next topic is parts of prescription. The prescription has various parts. They are generally written on typical format which are usually kept as pads. The parts are: first is date, second name, age, sex and address of the patient, third superscription, fourth inscription, fifth subscription, sixth signatura, also written as sign, seventh renewal instructions, eighth signature, address and registration number of the prescription. Now we'll study what are these parts. Date. It helps a pharmacist to find out the date of prescribing and date of presenting of filling the prescription. The prescription which prescribes narcotics or other habit-forming drugs must bear the date so as to avoid misuse of prescription. Second is name, age, sex and address of the patient. Name must be written on the prescription because it serves to identify the prescription. Superscription. It is represented by a symbol Rx which is written before writing the prescription. Rx is an abbreviation of Latin word recipe meaning you take thou. In olden days, the symbol was considered to be originated from the sign of Jupiter, which is god of healing. This symbol was employed by the ancient in requesting God for the quick recovery of the patient. Next is inscription. This is the main part of prescription order, contains names and quantities of the prescribed ingredients. The name of ingredients are generally written in English language, but common abbreviations used can be written both in English and Latin language. The name of each ingredient is written on a separate line along with its quantity. The complexion of prescription containing several ingredients, the inscription is divided into following parts. First, base. Base is the active medicament which are intended to produce the therapeutic effect. Second is adjuvant. It is included either to enhance the action of the medicament or to improve the palatability of the preparation. Third is vehicle. It is included in the prescription either to dissolve the solid ingredients or to increase. Next is subscription. This comprises of direction to the pharmacist for preparing the prescription and number of doses to be dispensed, These days, the prescribers are omitting the specific instructions to the pharmacist because the majority of the prescriptions are not compounded and dispensed. Next is signatura. This consists of the direction to be given to the patient regarding the administration of the drug. It is usually written as sign on the prescription. The instructions given in the prescription are required to be transferred to the label of the container in which the medicament is to be dispensed so that the patient can follow it. The instruction may include the following: the quantity to be taken, the frequency of the administration or application, the mode of administration, the special instructions such as dilution directions. Next is renewal instructions. The prescriber indicates on every prescription order whether it may be renewed, and if so, how many times. It is very important, particularly in the prescription containing the narcotic and other habit-forming drugs, to prevent its misuse. Next is signature, address, and registration number of prescriber. The prescription must bear the signature of the prescriber along with its registration number and address. It is very important, particularly in the prescription containing narcotics and other habit-forming drugs, to prevent its misuse. Next is handling of prescriptions. The following procedure should be adopted by the pharmacist for handling the prescription for compounding and dispensing. First is receiving, reading and checking, collecting and weighing the material, compounding, labeling and packaging. In receiving, the prescription should be received from the patio or patient by the pharmacist himself. While receiving a prescription, a pharmacist should not change his facial expressions, which gives an impression to the patient that he is surprised or confused after seeing the prescription. Next is reading and checking. On receiving a prescription, a pharmacist should always check it that it is written in a proper format, that is, doctor's pad or OPD slip of the hospital nursing home, and signed by the prescriber along with the date. A prescription should always be screened behind the counter. In case of any difficulty in reading or any doubt regarding the prescription ingredients or directions, the pharmacist should consult the other pharmacist or the prescriber. But under no circumstance, patient should come to know about it. Pharmacist should never guess about the meaning. Third is collecting and weighing the material. Before compounding the prescription, all the materials required for it should be collected on the left side of the balance. After weighing, the material should be shifted to the right side of the balance. This gives a check of ingredients which have been weighed. While compounding, the label of every stock bottle should be read at least 3 times in order to avoid. Last step is compounding, labeling and packaging. Compounding should be carried out in a neat place. All the equipments etc. required should be thoroughly cleaned and dried. Only one prescription should be compounded at one time. All the ingredients should be compounded according to the direction of the prescriber or according to the pharmaceutical art. The compounded medicament should be filled in suitable containers dependent on its quantity and use. The filled containers are suitably labeled. White plain paper of good quality should be used for labeling the containers. The size of the label should be proportional to the size of the container which is written or typed, giving all the desired information. The label should be fixed with a good quality of adhesive, almost in the center, leaving equal spaces from the bottom of and top of the container. The container is polished so as to remove the fingerprints. While delivering the prescription to the patient, the pharmacist should explain the mode of administration, direction of use, and storage. These are some Latin terms used, like uh, for the kind of preparation. Oristil is eardrops, capsula, short caps, a capsule. For the method of administration or application, addendus, which has abbreviation of addend, to be added. For time of administration, for times per day, semel in die. The abbreviation for it is sem in die, which means in English is once a day. Bis in die, BID, means twice a day. Ter in die, abbreviation TID, means 3 times a day. For different times of the day, primo main means early in the morning, main means in the morning. For hour time, omni hora means every hour, omni quarter hora means every fourth hour, and so on. Sources of error in prescription. The first source of error is abbreviation, as abbreviation can be misread by the pharmacist, or the name of the drug. The name of the drug can be misread, strength of the preparation, dosage form of the drug prescribed, dose, instruction of the patient, and now the next topic is modern methods of prescribing. Nowadays, the majority of drugs are available as ready-made formulations manufactured by different pharmaceutical companies. There is no need to dispense the drugs by the pharmacist. In present days, the role of pharmacist is to hand over the ready-made preparations to the patient and provide advice if demanded regarding mode of administration, dose, schedule, drug interaction, and adverse reaction, etc. The practice of writing long, complicated prescriptions containing several ingredients, adjuvants, vehicle is not required. In the present day setup, the writing of prescriptions is more significant. The prescription should be precise, accurate, clear, and easily readable as far as possible. The Latin terms should be avoided. In the olden days, the Latin language was used to conceal certain facts from the patient, but nowadays the prescriptions are written in English language and dose is prescribed in metric system for the convenience of patients. The drug should be prescribed by its official generic name and not by its proprietary or trade name. There are certain advantages and disadvantages of prescribing drugs by its proprietary name, which are advantages. It is easier to remember proprietary names because they are very catchy. Example, Campos for diazepam and Crocin for paracetamol. It is easier to communicate with the patient. The continuity can be maintained by prescribing the same proprietary name every time. The bioavailability of drug changed with the change of adjuvant used in drug formulation manufactured by different manufacturers. So only those proprietary drugs can be prescribed which have a better bioavailability. Disadvantages: branded drugs are costlier than generic counterparts. It becomes difficult for a pharmacist to dispense the substitute of the drug which is available in. Next is calculations involved in dispensing. To have a complete understanding of various types of calculations which are involved in dispensing, it is desirable that the pharmacist should have a thorough knowledge regarding weight and measures which are used in calculations. There are two systems of weights and measures: the imperial system and the metric system. The imperial system, it is an old system of weights and measures. Measurement of weight in imperial system. Weight is a measure of the gravitational force acting on a body and is directly proportional to its mass. Imperial system is of two types: avoirdupois and apothecaris system. In avoirdupois system, the pound is the standard unit of weighing and all measures of mass are derived from imperial standard pound, LB short. The 1 pound is equal to 16 ounce avoid, 1 pound is equal to 7,000 grains, and so on. Apothecary system. This system is also known as Troy system. The grain is standard weight in this system and all other weights are derived from it. For example, 20 grains is equal to 1 scruple, 60 grains is equal to 1 drachm, and measurement of capacity in imperial system. The standard units for capacity is the same in both avoirdupois and apothecary system. The gallon is the standard unit and all other measures of capacity are derived from it. 1 gallon is equal to 160 fluid ounces. 1/4 gallon is equal to 1 quart. 1/8 gallon is equal to 1 pint. The metric system. The metric system is used in the Indian pharmacopoeia for measurement of weight and capacity. The metric system was implemented from 1st April 1964 in pharmacy profession. In this, 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams, 1 hectogram Hg is equal to 100 grams, and so on. Measurement of capacity. A liter is the standard unit of measurement of capacity, and all measures of capacity are. The Pharmacopoeia of India uses only metric system in formulae, but the prescriptions are still written in imperial system by many old-time physicians, so a conversion table is used by the pharmacist. For weight measures, 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds, 30 gram is equal to 1 ounce, and for capacity measures, 1000 ml is equal to 1 quart, 500 ml is equal to 1 pint. Conversion table for domestic measures is domestic measure is 1 drop and metric equivalent is 0.06 ml. Imperial equivalent is 1 minim. Thank you.